In this second episode of season two, we are so excited to interview Mr. Garrett Devon of Happy. So we have with us Garrett Devon, who is the social media manager for Healing Arts Project Inc. We're so glad that he was able to join us today. Thank you for coming. We appreciate you.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
So, could you tell us about yourself?
Sure. I'll try to keep it as concise as I can. um, so I'm from Alabama, born and raised, and moved up here after college. Got a degree in social work, and um, took about 9 months to get a job, and finally got hired at Park Center, which is like a little, well, I guess they're not tiny anymore, but a nonprofit here in Nashville. Worked there. I've kind of been in the mental health field since around 2005. Um, Took a little bit of a detour uh, through like a more corporate setting, but that was like 2.5 years. Uh, and now I'm back here. So actually, I guess that was like 4 years, and now I'm back here. The funny thing is, so the job at Happy, the person that hired me there is actually the person that gave me my first job as a social worker here in Nashville at Park Center as well. Um, it was Lenice Benton Stewart, and she hired me as the safe haven coordinator at Park Center back in 2005, which was like the homeless shelter that Park Center managed.
Yeah.
It's funny, her and I have laughed about it. Like looking back on it, that job was so intense, and I was so green that like I was not prepared for that job.
Okay.
I learned very quickly and or as quickly as I could. But you know, stayed there and she left Park Center and then I left and years later, um, was looking for a part-time job and had kind of reconnected with her a few months before I was looking, not really thinking anything of it. And, opportunity came across and here I am working part time at Happy and enjoying it, and it's a good thing. I'm an artist professionally as well, so the part time work kind of allows me to focus on my own creative outlets and whatnot, which is exactly what I needed, and it's been good.
Well, that's great. So tell us about specifically for those who don't know, tell us what is Happy?
Sure. So Happy is the Healing Arts Project Inc., small nonprofit here in Nashville. We cover the state. We're currently expanding now. So right now we're primarily in the Middle Tennessee area. We've got a little bit of work over in West Tennessee. We're trying to move to East Tennessee now. And so we there's kind of two avenues of work that we do. One is we work with independent artists that have a history of mental illness and addiction. And so how we help them is one, we just kind of provide some general support. We check in with them through the month just to kind of see how they're doing. Um, if they need help, more urgent help or whatever, then we can help direct them to get to the resources to help in that way if that's what's needed. Otherwise, we do things like help them. We help provide like paint supplies and things like that. That if you're on a really low income, that those kind of supplies get pretty pricey pretty quickly. So that's a major way we help artists out. We also do a lot of exhibits. We have a lot of public exhibits in libraries, have a few in the courthouses downtown. And so we use the independent artists that we work with. They give us their artwork. We put those on exhibit and on display, and they're for sale. So we kind of help promote the artist. Um, they get a percentage of the sale, um, and so we that's kind of how we work with the independent artists, is trying to just kind of get them into the community, uh, let them get their name out there professionally. As a person, personally, as an artist, I can absolutely vouch for the difficulty in being, an unknown artist and trying to get your material out there, especially if you don't have a lot of resources. It's a brutal racket. So it's cool to be able to help in that way. The other avenue of work we do is we give free art classes across the state. Now, again, we're currently working our way into East Tennessee, so most of our stuff is the Mid Tennessee area. But we have teachers kind of spread out across Middle Tennessee. They go and give free classes at community um, I can't think of the word I'm looking for, like community centers, different nonprofits, that sort of thing, particularly ones that work with mental illness and that sort of thing. But it's free classes and it's for anybody. So you'll have some people come in there that have never picked up a paintbrush, or you may have some people come in that maybe hadn't painted in 10 or 15 years, or anywhere in between. But the point is to engage in those classes and help people kind of tap into that just inner creative source that we all have. Not everybody's trying to be a professional artist, but everybody does have a creative outlet if they can tap into it. And research has shown, and what we have seen just through our work, is that just having a regular outlet like that to create and express and communicate, it can go so far as like maintaining your mental health and just taking care of yourself and feeling seen and feeling heard. So that's a really cool thing to be a part of.
Yes, absolutely. And for those who are interested in being a part of Happy and coming by, like, could you walk us through the process? What could they expect?
Sure. There's a few different things. So if you're an independent artist and you would like us to help support you, just reach out and go to our website. It's healingartsprojectinc.org. You can contact us through there. We're on Instagram. We're on Facebook. Just reach out. We're happy to talk to you and kind of get you into the fold as far as helping you get the resources you need, and us helping get your artwork out there. If you're someone that's in the community and you're not necessarily trying to be a professional artist, but you just want to get involved with art classes, kind of a similar process. Reach out to us however you can. You can find our phone number on our website as well. You can reach out to us in any way. We can let you know kind of where the closest resource or the closest classes are to you. And if we don't have one near you, still reach out. Reach out. If we don't have one, we will definitely work to get one to you. That's part of what we're trying to do with expanding, is show the need. So if we can go to a center, in East Tennessee and be like, hey man, we've had people reach out to us in your area that want these classes, that will go a long way in us getting that done and helping you out.
Awesome.
We also do, if it's somebody that's not an artist and they're not necessarily trying to do classes, but they just want to be involved, we're always taking volunteers. Let us know. You could be volunteering, can be a lot of different things. It could be going to events with us and helping us kind of man our table, or it could be coming to our office and helping us just organize the art, because it's a lot of pieces and there's just a lot of organizing, and it can get really messy really quickly if we don't stay on top of it. So and then there's all kinds of other ways to volunteer and help in that way as well.
And so for any organizations out there who may need your classes, they would just also contact you.
Mhm. Yeah, reach out to me, reach out to anybody at Happy, and we'll be happy to chat and figure out what you need, what we can do for you, and make it happen.
Right. So is there anything what are you guys working on now, or do you have any events or anything coming up?
We have a few yearly events. The next big one is in October. It'll be, I don't know if we have all the details ironed out. It's a yearly one we do. It's usually, I think last year it was at a church here in Nashville, but um, we have artists come and play music. I actually performed at the last one before I was working for Happy, before I realized kind of what it was. So we have that in October. We'll have another big gala in February. We're hoping to be in, well, we're always kind of looking for different festivals and things like that to set up at. I don't know if we have any scheduled right now, but we keep our website pretty updated. So anytime we get booked for something like that, we'll let you know for sure. Um, Trying to think if there's any other kind of activities. I know my colleague Kiara, she's the one that kind of curates our exhibits, and she is crazy active. Like, I feel like every week she's like, "Yeah, I went to this library. They're gonna let us put an exhibit in. Hey, I'm over here. We're gonna get," so like we're popping exhibits up all over the place. And that's another thing. Anytime I get wind of a new one that's being installed, I will absolutely make sure it's on our social media and on our webpage, so you know where to go and what to look for and that sort of thing.
And by the way, give us your social media and your webpage one more time.
Sure. Webpage is www.healingartsprojectinc.org. There we go. Good night. And then it's pretty much the same tag on Facebook and Instagram. It'll pop up when you search it.
Hey. Well, thank you so much for coming and teaching us all about
Yeah,
how we can get involved. And we just appreciate you coming and letting us know about what's going on in the community.
sure thing. Thank you for reaching out, and I hope to hear from people. We're small but mighty, so we're looking forward to expanding and growing. So let us know if we can help.
Definitely sounds like a wonderful program. All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us, and we will talk to you soon.
All righty. Thank you so much for having us.
All right. Thank you so much for joining us today. This has been Creative Legacy Art Podcast. If you like this video or if you like this podcast, please subscribe, join, do all the things, and share above all, share so that we can grow as a podcast and get the word out and help as many people as we possibly can. Have a great day and remember to stay strong, stay positive, and keep creating.